Hello. Welcome to 45 Minute Flow. So this is going to be tech. Hold on a minute. Let me admit someone before I explain. Good morning, Courtney.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. A little tired, but good. Um, I just started recording. So today, 2 blocks, a blanket if you have sensitive knees for knee down lunging. Otherwise, we're going to start on our backs, kind of like we have been the last two classes. Um, And so this is like week 3 of my Tittibhasana series that I'm doing. So if you have not been taking the classes, this is still a full body flow. We're just working towards the pose Tittibhasana or Firefly Pose, which we're not actually going to do yet. We'll probably tackle it next week. But we worked on core, we worked on a lot of the leg work. Today we're going to incorporate both of those. We're going to add in more of like the arm balancing techniques. So like the pushing away, um, basically we're going to do Bakasana today at the end of class because it's a very, very, very similar pose. Um, so yeah, good stuff. So start on your backs. We're not going to use a strap. Begin to settle in. You can have your knees bent, close your eyes, or have like a soft gaze, and just begin to settle into class and arrive mentally and physically here for the next 45 minutes. Okay, so go ahead and open your eyes, and you can keep your left leg bent and go ahead and kick your right foot up towards the ceiling. So we kind of have been doing this. It's like a Supta Padangusthasana, A and B without the strap. So flex your foot, push your heel towards the ceiling, and pull your toes towards your shin. And just pull your leg in towards you. You may not go super far. We don't want to use our arms or our strap. We're just using the strength of like our front of our leg and our hip flexor. So pull your leg towards you any amount. Feel the opening in the back of the hamstring, and then feel the activation in the front of the thigh. And just breathe into that. Having the foot flex is where you're going to get the hamstring work. So if you were to like point your toes, that goes away quite a bit. We will be doing some hamstring stuff today, but the pose is not. Today's pose is not super hamstring intensive. An option to straighten your left leg makes it a little more challenging. You want your left hip to be heavy. Your leg might start shaking a little, totally normal. And then we're going to start to open our right leg out to the right. So I like to bend my left leg here and just let my left knee fall out to the left to kind of counterbalance. But same thing here. You want to press your heel away from you and pull your toes towards your shin. Don't let your right leg land on the floor, just hover it. And also don't let your left hip lift up. You kind of want to spin your heel towards the ceiling and your toes down, just a little bit of external rotation. And then see if you can pull your toes anywhere closer towards like the side of your head. So outer hip really turns on. And then go ahead and inhale that leg back up using the strength of your leg, not your arms. And then release. So we'll do side 2. So left leg kicks up. Again, flex your foot. Option with the right leg straight or bent. And just breathe into the opening of the back leg. Pull the leg as close as you can towards your face. It may not go very far. My leg's shaking a little bit already. Let's do a couple more breaths here, really activating the front of the leg. And then let's start to open our left leg out to the left. So I'm going to have my right knee bent and falling out to the right. Again, try to spin your toes down and your heel up to get that external rotation, and then try to move your toes closer towards like your head or the back of the mat. Excuse me, I have like the biggest frog in my throat today. So this is a really active, obviously, Supta P, not a passive stretch. When you feel even on both sides, inhale your left leg back up, just using your leg strength, and then release. So both feet are flat. Go ahead and pull both knees into the chest. Little rock side to side. And then bring your knees together if they will go together, and the inside of your feet together. Have your shoulder blades low back on the mat, and then spread your fingers like you're doing a plank on the ceiling. So notice your head, shoulders, back is flat on the floor. Feet are kind of squeezing together a bit, or legs are, like inner thighs. And you're gonna inhale here, and then exhale, curl up like one vertebrae at a time, a little bit, pull your knees towards your nose. So you're kind of like balancing on like one vertebrae of your spine, and press against the invisible, well, the ceiling that's there, but you're not actually touching. Nose towards knees, breathe. And then release down. Feel all your vertebrae go down, shoulders plant. Then let's go again for two, kind of curling up, and then release everything down. Let's go again for three, release, four, release. The slower you release down, the harder this gets. And then five, release. Now this time I want you to keep the inside of your feet together, but open your knees wide, and then go back up. See if you can touch the outer arms to the knees, and then squeeze your knees in a little bit. So Bakasana on the back, reach up like you could really touch that ceiling and squeeze your knees in. Breathe. And then release, bring your knees together, lower your shoulders. And then go up again, open the knees. We'll do this 5 times as well. So this is 2. So kind of go at your own pace. Releasing slower is going to be better. For 3, 4. And try to remember to squeeze those knees into the upper arms. 5. Hold. And slowly release everything down. Hands on belly. You can have your feet wide, knees knock in. So really, if you look much into the Firefly Pose, it's a lot like Bakasana. Basically, the only difference, you don't have to do this, is your legs are going to be straight. So we will kind of play around with doing it on our backs later in class. So go ahead and hug your knees in and rock and roll until you come up to your hands and knees. So we will meet on our hands and knees, start to get into the wrists a little bit, since we will be doing a lot of work on our wrists. So have your hands under your shoulders, knees under hips, and you can kind of just shift forward and back to kind of start to work on the wrists. Can also do cat-cows here, whatever your body wants. Maybe your wrists don't bug you when you do a lot of work on your hands, but mine definitely do. So you can spin your fingers towards your knees and then also sway forward and back. You can come to the top of your palm, well, I guess the top of your hand, palm up, fingers towards you. I can only do one hand at a time with that one. It's pretty intense. And then maybe if you feel like your wrists are open, just do a couple cat cows, kind of warming up the spine. So inhale, look up, arch your back. Exhale, push the mat away, pull belly to spine, spreading the shoulder blades, really puffing up the upper back. This is the action we're really going to play with today. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale and exhale. And then go ahead and step your hands forward a bit, tuck your toes. And let's press back to our down dog. Warm up your dog. So pedal out your feet. Any opening moves you like to do in your down dog, go ahead and take those now. Side stretches. Then when you're ready, find your still dog. Spread your toes, spread your fingers, press your hips up and back, and really press the mat away from you. Gaze towards your upper thighs or knees, and just breathe here. Firm up your legs. And then shift forward to plank pose. So here, firm up your belly, firm your legs, press the mat away, all the normal things, and really puff up your upper back, like feel your shoulder blades spread away from one another, and gaze towards the top of the mat. An option to lower to your knees. We're going to work on some push-up stuff today. So shifting forward, we're slowly lowering down only halfway to chaturanga. So hold chaturanga. You can be on your knees if you need to. And then here, you may want to lower your knees. We're going to slowly press back up. So that's like a push-up. Untuck your toes, press back child's pose. Just for a moment. And then lower your forearms, swivel forward. You can either do a cobra here or an upward facing dog, whatever you're ready for. And then lower your knees and come back hands and knees. So our sun salutations today are going to have that in them. But we're going to do a little more work here first. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Kick your right leg back. And then press the mat away, puff up your back, bring your right knee to your outer right shoulder. So you get it as high as you possibly can as you press the floor away. And then keep it there, tuck your left toes, come into a plank with your knee towards your shoulder. Nice. And then step your right foot back, regular plank. Slowly lower chaturanga. Press back up, knees optional. Lower your knees, child's pose. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back to your hands and knees. Side two. So kick your left leg back. Press the mat away, puff up your upper back. Get ready. Left knee comes to your outer left tricep or shoulder as high as you can get it. Hold there. And then tuck your right toes. Do your plank with your left knee up. And then step your left leg back. Lower halfway chaturanga. Press back up. Lower your knees if they're not already there. Child's pose. Inhale, up dog. Nice. Exhale this time, downward facing dog. We're going to do a lot of that work where the knee comes to the tricep today. So you always have the option of going to your knee if that's too much. Gaze forward and just slowly walk feet to hands. Here you can bend your knees, grab opposite elbows, sway back and forth. And then slowly roll up to stand when you're ready. And we'll start our sun salutations. So a teacher I've been practicing with does these sun salutations in all of her classes. They're kind of growing on me. At first I was like, oh, it's just very different. But we're going to do them today because it really works on the push-up, which is what we're going for today. So I will walk you through it. We'll do 4 of these. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale's your half lift, so hands to shins, reach through the crown of your head. And then exhale, step back to plank pose. From plank, shift forward, lower halfway chaturanga. Knees are optional. Press back up, lower your knees, child's pose. Face forward, forearms drop, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So that's the sun salutations we're doing. Gaze forward and you can step or hop, feet to hands. Inhale's your half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, forward fold. Let's do another one. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop, plank pose. And then option to lower your knees, lower halfway. Chaturanga, press back up, back to your plank, and then lower your knees if they're not already lowered. Press back to child's pose. Inhale, shift forward to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe here. On your next exhale, look forward, bend your knees, feet to hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, fold again. Inhale's your half lift. Exhale, step or hop, plank or chaturanga. And if you're in your chaturanga, you're going to press back up. Knees down, child's pose. Inhale, snake forward, up dog. And down dog. Breathe. Notice how you feel about it, like just doing a different kind of sun salutation, changing it up. On your next exhale, look forward, bend your knees, step or hop, feet to hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, look up. And then just bring your hands to prayer and then release them down to Tadasana. Let's just take a couple breaths standing before we do our final sun salutation. All right, let's do this. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop. Chaturanga. Press back up, plank. Lower your knees, child's pose. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Inhale's your half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. And exhale, arms down, Tadasana. So we should be nice and warm. Let's go ahead and meet in down dog. So you can flow again, or you can just go there. Take a little break if you want. Maybe you want to flow the regular way. I don't know what I just did. Some combination of the two. All righty. So we have 3 flows today. The first 2 are very, very similar. Third one changes it up a bit. So again, we'll go pretty slow through the first one and then speed it up a little for the second one. So from your down dog, inhale your right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, shift forward, right knee to outer right tricep or shoulder. Press the mat away, feel your shoulder blades spread apart. See if you can get your knee higher towards your shoulder. And then slowly lower your knee towards your wrist and just hover it. And then inhale or exhale, press the mat away, bring your knee back up. And then knee to nose, step your right foot through. So that's fun. Lower your left knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, we're going to go into half splits. So option to use your blocks. For the second round, I'm going to try to encourage you to not use blocks. So maybe try fingertips if it's in your practice. Option to put your blanket down too if you have sensitive knees. So back way up, back your right hip up. Press your right heel down into the ground. Keep length in your spine. And slowly lower your torso towards the mat. And then start to crawl yourself back into your lunge. Reach up. Right arm under left, eagle arms. So Bakasana, eagle arms. If you cannot get the wrap and get your palms together, just go ahead and hug yourself. Your fingertips will be on your shoulder blades as if you could touch your fingertips behind you. The point of this is just to really spread those shoulder blades on your back. So either one is fine. If you have the eagle wrap, lift your elbows up and press them away from you. Sit lower in your lunge. And then tuck your back toes. It's a little better for balance, I think. Super slow, bring your right hip back, start to straighten your right leg any amount. And keep that rounding in your upper back as you dip down. Your arms go towards the mat. Press the right heel down, puff up the back, pull your belly to spine. So it's pretty active. Inhale, reach up, undo your arms. Lift your back leg, high lunge. Squeeze the back leg, shoot sparks out of your heel. And then on your next exhale breath, spin your back heel down, come into warrior two. So relax your shoulders, gaze over your right fingertips. Breathe here. And then straighten your front leg, all toes point to the left, arms up. And then you may want to do an interlace behind your back just to kind of counter all that pushing away action we're doing. I think that feels good right now. So wide leg forward fold with the option to have your interlace grip for a shoulder opener. And then dive down. Knuckles go towards the ceiling. Take a breath and then release your arms down. So we did this last week if you took the class. So I want you to really be active in your legs as if you could squeeze the mat between you, like scrunch it up. So isometrically, it's like you're pressing your feet towards one another, but they're not moving. So you should feel your outer hips activate your inner legs a little bit. And then I want you to put your fingers away from you and crawl your hands under and away from you as far as you can. So you're really diving your head towards the floor and look up at your belly button. This whole time, squeezing your legs in towards one another. Breathe here. And then slowly begin to crawl forward. Inhale your half lift. Exhale, crawl towards your front foot. Bend your back leg, heel up. Arms back. Slowly come up into warrior three. Reach through the crown of your head. Pull your belly up. Look forward. And then slowly step back. Hands down, downward dog. Breathe. And let's get side two. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee towards upper shoulder, outer tricep on the left side. So press away, curl, puff up your upper back. And then slowly lower your knee towards your wrist. Just hover it there. And then press away to lift your knee back up towards your shoulder. Then bring your knee towards your nose. Step your left foot through. Lower your left knee. Inhale, low lunge. And then begin to straighten. Blocks are optional or fingertips. You're going to come into Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. So press your heel down and lean forward over your left leg, keeping length in your spine for this round. And then we're going to bend back up into our lunge. Tuck your back toes, left under right this time. So Gomukhasana, the other arm on top. Same options apply. Push your elbows up and away. Sit lower in your lunge. Breathe. And then super slow, we're going to puff up our back, curl our belly to spine, straighten our left leg as we bring our left hip back into half splits with a curled up back, bringing our arms towards the mat. It's a little hard to balance. We have some weird balance work today, you'll see soon enough. Come back into your lunge. Fly your arms up, lift your back leg. High lunge. Breathe here. Bring your back heel down, open up, warrior two. Arms up, all 10 toes point to the right. Option to do the interlaced grip or just look up and then forward fold. Same actions with the legs. Squeeze them together like you could scrunch up your mat. Then take your fingertips away from you and crawl them away as you dive your head towards the mat and look up at your belly. Nice. Undo. Inhale your half lift. Crawl your hands towards the front of the mat. Spin your back heel up. Airplane arms or Shalabhasana arms. We're going to come into our warrior three briefly. So really reach through the crown of your head. Fingertips reach towards your heels. Balance. And then slowly bend your front knee. Plant your foot. Downward dog. Okay, option two, take a dog cycle of choice. I would recommend doing the push-up version that we've been doing. Totally up to you. You can also just take child's pose or hold your dog. And we're going to go through that again a little quicker and adding a little bit on at the end. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, knee towards upper right shoulder. Press away. Lower your knee towards your wrist. Pull it back up. Knee towards nose and step it through. Lower your back knee. Keep your toes tucked. Let's go right into our Gomukhasana arms or our hug. Sit low in your lunge. And then as you exhale, back up your right hip. Come into your half splits variation. Start to undo that. Arms up, back leg up, high lunge. Warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg, flying warrior, so all 10 toes point to the left. Forward fold. Crawl your arms back and under you, fingertips are away. Take a couple of breaths here. Squeeze your legs. Pull your belly towards your spine. Really curl in. And then undo, crawl forward. Inhales your half lift. Crawl towards your front foot. Bend your back knee. Your heel is up. Warrior three. And then this time, hands plant to surround the front foot. Half splits. So the point in this one is definitely not getting the back leg high. It's just curling in towards your right knee. So as if you could touch your nose to your knee, puff up your back, and curl in towards your front leg. You can bend your knee. And then when you're had enough, step your left foot to meet your right. Bend your knees, chair. We haven't been here in today's class, but this is a great hip flexor strengthener. So shift the weight back into your heels. So you can wiggle your toes if you look down. And then torso lifts up. See if you can sit lower. Squeeze your legs together. Nice, and then come to stand all the way up. Bring your arms down. Okay, so from here, maybe something new. I have not taught this before. But have your feet hip width distance apart. Well, yeah, hip width or a little less. We're going to do toe stand, and we're going to lower all the way down. So I think it's helpful to have arms out in front, kind of for balance. And you're going to raise all the way up to your tiptoes. You can poke your knees forward and just slowly start to lower. So this is a balance drill. You may be wobbly, you may fall, that's okay. Lower as slow as you can, all the way down. You might have crackly knees. And then once you get there, widen your knees a little bit, slow as you can, fall back onto your booty, Navasana or boat pose. So have your knees bent for this version of boat. Pull your chest towards your thighs. So hip flexor work. Your inner feet are touching. Slowly lower Ardha Navasana, low boat. Then as we come up, keep your inner feet together. Open your knees wide. Let's do Bakasana on our back. So it's like you're doing a handstand on the wall in front of you this time. Curl your back, belly to spine, hug the knees into your upper arms, and then slowly lower Ardha Navasana. Let's do that one more time. Inhale up to seated Bakasana. Press the wall away in front of you. Curl up your back. Nice. Ardha Navasana. I guess I lied. You can come up to regular boat. Cross your ankles. Plant your hands. Step back to down dog. So take a few breaths here. It's a lot of work. Bakasana on your back is actually, I think it's more work than it is on your hands because you really have to use, it's just a lot more core. Let's take a few more breaths here before we do side two. Okay, inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee to upper, left shoulder. Press away, lower your knee towards your wrist, hover, lift it back up. Press away, knee towards nose. Left foot steps through, lower your right knee down. Keep your back toes tucked. Left under right, eagle arms. Elbows lift and press away. Sit lower in your lunge and breathe. When you're ready, begin to straighten your left leg any amount and come down, really rounding the upper back here. Ardha Hanumanasana variation. And then slowly come up. Back toes should be tucked, so windmill your arms up and then lift your back leg, high lunge. Spin your back heel down, warrior two, open up. Relax your shoulders. Straighten your leg, all 10 toes point to the right. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. All the actions with the legs. Fingertips point away, crawl far away. Curl in, look towards your belly. So you may feel the weight shift towards the pads of your toes. And then undo. Inhale is your half lift. Exhale, crawl towards your left foot, spin your right heel up, bend your left leg. Arms go back, Shalabhasana, fingertips reach back, warrior three. From here, begin to dive your nose towards your left knee. Fingers and hands are on either side of your left foot. Remember, it's not about how high you get the back leg. It's about curling in, nose towards left knee. Belly curls, back rounds. And then bend your left leg, step your right to meet your left. Chair pose. Sit lower, raise your torso up, biceps by the ears. And then inhale, slowly stand. Tadasana. We'll do our toe stand all the way down again. So when you're ready, arms out in front, lift all the way up. So it's like you're wearing high-heeled shoes. If you guys do like hot yoga, the 90-minute class, this is one of the poses. So I guess I have taught it a million times. Didn't think of it that way. Okay, slowly start to lower, balancing on the balls of your feet. Once you get here, again, slowly lower down, boat pose. Bring your thighs towards your chest, reach your fingertips forward. Inhale here. Exhale, Ardha Navasana. Inhale, come back up, open up your knees, squeeze your knees against your upper arms, press the wall away in front of you. From here, round your back, curl in, start to see if you can straighten your legs any amount. So this would be like Lolasana, or not Lolasana, Tittibhasana on our back. So it's really hard to curl in. So that's kind of the trick. Also, it's just hard to straighten your legs. So you can try that again, low boat, come back up, Bakasana, and then straighten. And you may fall like I did We're balancing like on our tailbone here. So also maybe harder than the real pose. Okay, play around or take a break like me. And then when you're ready, you can cross your ankles. We'll meet in down dog. And again, option to take a dog cycle. Hold your dog, take child's pose, whatever suits you at this moment, whatever you need. And we're going to come back to our breath. Grab a drink if you need one. Okay, flow 3 is pretty short actually. At least I think it is. Down dog. We're just breathing here for a moment. When you're ready, right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, right knee towards upper right arm. From here, see if maybe you can straighten your right leg. Maybe not, but can you step your right foot to the outer edge of your right hand and then step your left leg forward? Malasana. We did this a lot last week. So feet are wide, toes are like on the outside of your mat. Feet should be like 45-degree angles, and maybe your heels aren't all the way down, and that's fine. Maybe you need to sit on a block or have like a blanket under your feet. We're not actually going to be here too long today. I want you to squeeze your thighs in towards your arms. Really activate here. And then plant your hands, step your left leg way back. Heel toe your right foot in between your hands. Spin your back heel down. We're going to come up to warrior one. Straighten your front leg. Go Bakasana right under left. And then rebend your front leg. I feel it's hard to balance if you have your knee bent. So from here, elbows point forward where they lift, and then we're going to come into humble warrior with our arms to the inside of our right thigh. Hold here, puff up your upper back, spread those shoulder blades, and then begin to come out of it. Spin your back heel up, undo your arms, high lunge. Shalabhasana, arms tip forward. Warrior three, briefly. Surround your front foot, quick standing splits, knee, nose towards knee. And then step your left foot to meet your right. Chair pose. Inhale, stand, lift your right leg up. So for here, you can either have hands to hips or hands in prayer. We did this, I think, last week. Kick your right leg forward. So it's really hard to keep your leg lifted. We're going to do a count of 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly start to lower your right leg down. Lovely. So if you're clear in the front of your mat, step back. And if Bakasana is in your practice, great. I'm going to kind of walk you through a different way to get there, maybe. If it is not, and you want to work on it, also great. You may want your blocks. You can have a block under your, you can sit up on a block and that makes it easier. I mean, not sit, but you can put your toes up. So you can start this way, or you can have a block in front of you to rest your forehead on. Wherever you are, we're going to come down kind of in our toe stand, right? So the inner feet are together. Open up your knees super wide. Come down almost like your forearms are on the mat. Pull your triceps back all the way so they're pressing against your shins. Squeeze your legs in. Squeeze your knees to your shoulders. So when your triceps are all the way in, that's where you want to plant your hands and spread your fingers. And then all we're going to do here is lift up Hips come way up and then start to tilt forward. You don't want to lift your feet. Your feet should just lift as you tip. So you'll feel them get super light. And then you can go ahead and get into your Bakasana. Squeeze your legs in towards your shoulders. Puff up your back, belly to spine, and then lower down. So you shouldn't have to lift your feet up to get them off the mat. They should literally just float up with your leaning forward. Okay. I should have said, if Bakasana is not in your practice, I would recommend doing it again on your back, or you can use your blocks and practice that Lolasana pose, where you just keep the tops of your toes down and you press down. So still working on that press action. So we're going to do that again for side two, and you can choose what you want to work on there. Okay, hands plant, downward facing dog. I talked a lot in Bakasana, now I'm out of breath. Okay. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee towards shoulder, press away. Try to straighten your left leg any amount, and then step it to the outside of your left hand. Malasana, so right foot steps forward, come down, hands in prayer, chest lifts, squeeze those knees in towards your arms. Now you can see why that is helpful. And then plant your hands, step your right foot way back. Heel toe your left foot in between your hands, bend your back heel down, come up warrior one. Left arm under right, Gomukhasana arms. Sorry, you can straighten your leg to get there if you need to. And then rebend, dive forward, puff up your back, curl in to the inner of your left leg. Really feel the shoulder blades widen along your back. And then straighten your front leg, come up, spin your back heel up, arms lift. Shalabhasana arms, so fingertips reach back towards your heel. And then we're slowly shifting forward into our warrior three. Crown of the head reaches forward. So this is good practice, like the whole looking forward and leaning forward for Bakasana. And then to our standing splits. So dive, nose towards your left knee, hands plant, curl in here. And then right foot steps towards your left foot, chair pose. Inhale, stand, bring your left knee with you. Hands to hips. Kick your left leg out. Keep it lifted as high as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower. Okay, so here we go again. Last time, toe stand, arms out in front of you. Begin to lower. And think about how you're going to practice this next version. You can try Bakasana, use the block, do it on your back, or practice that Lolasana pose. Wherever you are, make sure you have enough room in front of you. And if you feel like you're going to lean, like if you're afraid of falling forward, stack blankets, or I loved to use this block when I was learning this pose, just in front of you. And then when you lean forward, your head kind of rests on the block. So it stops you from like falling forward. Either way, do the same setup. So inner feet touch, knees open wide, lower your upper body towards the mat like you're doing forearm plank. And then pull your arms back so your triceps press against your shin. And that's where your hands will go. So don't just put them, randomly out in front of you. Spread your fingers wide, puff up your back, start to lift your hips up, squeeze your legs in, lean forward, look forward till your feet are super light and they just automatically lift. Then you can curl them up higher, press away. Maybe you can straighten your arms, play around a little bit wherever you are. And when you're done, option to do the dog cycle, or just come to lay on your back. All right. Not a whole lot of time to wind down. There's so much to work on. Honestly, just take whatever poses feel good to you. Like windshield wiper is going to be my choice. I'm going to have my arms in field goal, feet wide, dropping my right knees to the right. I'm going to hang out for a little bit here. Just slowing the breath down. I'm going to inhale, knees up, exhale, drop to the left. If there's another pose your body is craving, um, maybe a little bit of a back bend or just knees hugging in, happy baby. You do you, your practice. And when you're ready, choose your Shavasana using any props you want or no props at all. And just completely drop in, let everything go. Breathe normally. And I recommend you stay as long as you can, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever you have. I want to thank all of you for taking this class. I hope you are getting closer in learning and getting stronger as we do this series. Um, Next week, we're going to try it. So hopefully, I will see you then. Thank you.